Hello everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel, Bag a Day Crochet, where we talk about everything that is yarn and crochet related. And never forget that I do have a crap ton of crochet tutorials and they are all free for you to enjoy. So please check them out as you see fit. I do have a tutorial for this cardigan that I'm wearing. It's called the Simple Cardi. I think that's what it's called. But anyways, I'll put a link to it below in the description box. The cardigan on the back of my chair, I bought it at Walmart. I don't have a pattern for it. Okay, I'm going to do a video telling you, I did one of these before, a while back, like, I don't remember, a year or two ago. But I didn't like give pictures. For some reason, I forgot to give examples, and it was a poor video. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a video of my top 10 favorite stitches, because people ask me that all the time, like what's my favorite ones. And then my favorite hook. There's no plural to that. Oh, I guess there is. There's maybe two I like. All right. So this time I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite stitches. Now please keep in mind I love all crochet stitches, all of them. And it was a very hard list to make. Probably not the top 5. They really were that hard. But you know, it was a hard list. So because I love them all. But I'll go ahead and start. We'll start at number 10 on the list, and we'll work the way up till number 1. So number 10 would be the Moss stitch, and I'm going to put an example here on the screen. Okay. Now all the examples that I put on the screens, I have tutorials for, and you can look in the description box for those as well. All right, I like the Moss stitch because it's great for any type of yarn, such as color-wise. I think it's a really good stitch for variegated yarns. So when anybody asks, like, what can you do with a busy yarn or a variegated yarn, I always recommend the Moss stitch because it's the best at it, I think. Well, this is a personal opinion, of course, but that's what I would always recommend. It does take a little bit of time because it's, it's like mainly single crochet, but it's pretty, it's pretty. So yeah, look for that or any pictures that you see on the screen of any of these stitches. That's my tutorial picture there, and I'll put links to those below. All right, up next would be number 9, the Solomon's knot, otherwise known as the lover's knot. I like the Solomon's knot. There's a pic on the screen there. So I like it a lot. I think it's very pretty. It's very lacy and it's very dainty. I don't have tons of tutorials on doing that because it is a little bit harder of a stitch to teach. It's not hard to do. It's a little bit hard for me in general. It's a little harder for me to teach, but I love it. I think it's beautiful and it's great. Lacy piece of work there. So that would be number 9. All right, number 8 would be the Alpine Stitch. So I'll put an example of that on the screen. The Alpine Stitch is very pretty. I have lots of things made with the Alpine Stitch on my channel. For me, it's not a hard stitch at all, and I will say that this one, I always considered it to be a little bit time consuming. I don't really know why, but it is, and probably it teats out of a yarn eater. But my gosh, it turns pretty crochet item, I think. So number 8 on my list is the Alpine Stitch. All right, remember to look for tutorials for all this pictures up here below. Number 7, the double crochet herringbone. I love that one a lot. I have practically anything that you can think of on my channel made with the double crochet herringbone. I got shawl, blankets, bags, cardigans, button-ups, ponchos, just anything that you can think of. I probably made it in a double crochet herringbone. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's very pretty. The back and forth method, it's the way it looks, and it's extremely easy to do. and it's an easy stitch to work with as far as if you need to decrease or increase. It's very easy. It doesn't take a lot. It's not a yarn eater. It's just beautiful in general. So if you see anything, you know, like any of those pics, look below in the description box. All right, number 6, my favorite would be the pineapple stitch. Now there's many versions of the pineapple stitch, and yeah, there's many different types of pineapple stitches. I love them all. They're all gorgeous, but I would say this is kind of like classic pineapple stitch, like you see on the screen there, would be my favorite. I have lots of stuff made out of different pineapple, you know, all sorts of pineapple stitches. I have tops and bags and you know, the wrap and everything that you could ever want. Yeah, well, not everything, I guess. Skirt, lots of stuff. It's a pretty stitch. It's a pretty stitch. You know, it's a pretty stitch. All right, that was number 6. All right, number 5. Ooh, we're getting down to the top 5. Number 5 would be the Hounds Tooth, but I would only say that it's number 5 when it's done in black and white. That is the only 2 colors that I make the Hounds Tooth in, because it's such a classic look. And I have, you know, not only what you see on the screen, but so many things made out of Hounds Tooth. Just so many things on my channel. It's kind of like a herringbone to me. It's one of those stitches that I just make as much stuff as I can out of it, because it's such a pretty stitch. It's easy. And it's beautiful. But like I said, I only do it in black and white. And a lot of the times I like to put red with it as like a border or something. I don't know why. I'm weird. All right. We're getting up here. All right. Number 4. Anything made with any type of cable. Okay, cable stitches. I love cable stitches, and they come in at number 4. All right. So you see on the screen there, there's all different types of cables. I have anything that I have tons of stuff made out of cables as well. I got shirts and cardigans and bags and blankets and anything that you could think of. I probably have it made in cable form, bags, and yeah. So, you know, you just have to scroll through my tutorials. I will put a link below to all my tutorials as well, in case you haven't looked. At the making of the video, 8/19/2024, I have like 1,300. So, but I do love all the cables. But out of all the cables, crochet cables, my favorite is the Arabelle cable. But that, you know, that's what you see there on that blanket. The big one, the big cable is the Arabelle. But I still love all cables. I mean, they're all gorgeous. All right, that's number 4. All right, we're getting down to the top 3. Top 3. Number 3, the catherinewheel. It's a very old stitch, very beautiful stitch. So I got an example up there on the screen. Now, I don't have tons of things made out of the catherinewheel. Don't ask me why. I should have more. In fact, I'm going to put more now that I think about it. But yes, it is a old stitch. I like the old stitches, and it's very beautiful. The color combos that you can use with the catherinewheel are, you know, endless. And it's not a hard stitch to do. I mean, a lot of people will look at it and think that it's hard, but it's not hard at all. In fact, I always say this all the time. If you can single crochet, half double crochet, and triple crochet, you can do anything. Any of my tutorials, because I'll teach you how to do, if there's like something special stitch, it's just made up of those stitches there. Those are the basics. They make up all the stitches pretty much, you know. Maybe in some form or another, but yeah, they make them up. All right, catherinewheel, beautiful. Number 3. All right, number 2, another old one. Number 2, my favorite stitch. Oh, classic, the vintage ripple. I like that a lot too. It's very beautiful. And again, the color combos that you can come up with on the vintage ripple are remarkable. It's easy, extremely easy. I don't know how many things I have made out of the vintage ripple, to tell you the truth. I don't know. Probably not enough. But yeah, coming in at number 2 on my list is the vintage ripple. And now my number 1 favorite stitch, many of you will probably know if you've been with me for a while, because it's been my favorite stitch forever. It's another old stitch. It is the harlequin stitch. It is number 1. That is my all-time favorite stitch in the entire world, is a harlequin. And I know, probably looking at that picture, you probably think, well, that looks like the catherinewheel. Now, it is similar to the catherinewheel, but the difference is the catherinewheel is more circle, as far as the harlequin, if you look closely, you can tell it's more square in appearance. There's a difference. There is a difference. But yeah, they are a little bit similar. That's why they are in my top 3. Yes, the harlequin is very beautiful. Again, nice old stitch. And it, again, the color combos on that is beautiful. The things you can make with it are beautiful. And that is number 1 when it comes to crochet stitches. And again, please, any of those pictures you saw on the screen, I'll have links to those below in the description box if you're interested. Now, my hook. People always wonder why I don't do hook reviews. So I don't need to do hook reviews, because there's only one hook that I really, well, there's one hook that I pretty much just use all the time. I don't use any other hook, really. Sometimes I will use another, but it's like super similar to the one that I, my favorite hook, is a vintage hook. They don't make them anymore, but I've been collecting them since I was a child. The Hero hook. It is pretty much the only hook that you will see me use. It is a tapered head hook, straight aluminum. I cannot use any hook other than a Hero hook. But once in a while, you'll see me use another vintage hook that was made during the Depression, called the Gem hook, G-E-M. So it's very similar, actually, and to the pretty close to being identical to the Hero as well. That's why I will use it every once in a while. I'll be like, I feel like using a gem today, and I will. Every once in a while, I'll switch it up to a gem. But yes, so I don't do hook reviews because I pretty much only use one hook, the Hero hook. And like I said, every once in a while I'll switch it up to a gem just for fun, because they're so similar. And you might even catch me using an old boy, an old vintage boy, because as you can tell, if you use boy, or if you know anything about boy, yeah, they're extremely similar. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, boy made gem hooks back in the day, as these were supposed to be the gem was a less expensive brand of hook compared to the boy, like I said, during the Depression. So, but it wasn't marketed as being made by boy. It was just, they put it out, they made them, they put it out as a lesser expensive hook. If you ask me, the gem is better than the boy. No, well, of course, I like the old stuff, but I pretty much only use, when I use boys, I use the really old ones, the oldest ones that I can find here. Yes, but Hero is what I use. I can't use any fancy hooks. I like them. I collect hooks. I have tons of hooks, tons. Like I said, I've been collecting Heroes since I was a kid, so you can imagine the size of that collection. But I collect all hooks. Hero and gem are the ones that I seek out the most, and then old boys. But I don't use inline hooks, but I still like to collect old Susan Bates and old inline hooks. I like to collect hooks like Furls and Nelson Wood and stuff like that, but I don't ever use those fancy ergonomic hooks. I can't use those. I can't use anything that has any type of gripper on it. I can't. Not my style. I tried. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. Nothing for me beats a good old straight aluminum Hero or gem hook. To me, they are the best, and they always will be. It's because hero is what I learned to crochet with. And I'm always, when it comes to the crochet, I get stuck in my ways. So there you go. That's why I don't do hook reviews, because I don't. That's the only hooks I use. But yeah, that's it. So that's my favorite stitches and my favorite hooks. Remember to look in the description box for tutorials for any of those pics that you've seen up there. And please check out all my other tutorials. I have everything and anything that you could ever want to make. Multiples of them, I'm certain. And I continue to put tutorials on all the time. And we like to talk about yarn. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Give me a like. Always helps out the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Whatever it is. I hope you're there. Bye, guys.